here we go. Lights on. And they're off, and they are racing towards turn one. It looked like Chiz still got a better start, but Levy's going to try and hang around the outside. Francis has put it up the middle, and it was 3 wide in turn one. They're still 3 wide now, but Francis into the lead of the race with Chiz and Olivia side by side. But Chiz is going to pull ahead into Eau Rouge. And there's a spin. There's a spin for Chiz. And he's lost a lot of positions now, and now he's back all the way down into turn 10. So not a good start to the race for the pole sitter. And Ghost is up to P2 and Jablitsky into P3. And even worse, Olivia is down in last place and already 13 seconds behind the rest of the pack. And we've got Jablinski going wide there into whatever that corner is. As they go through Pouon now. And Thomas is looking to get a move done on FJ. But Craig is going to send up the inside of Thomas as contact there. He lost a bit of time, the RB driver did, and Chiz is looking to get some positions back, so there could be a bit of action a bit further down the field. As Chiz has gone all the way off the track, almost, as he's trying to get in the slipstream, and he is going to pull out to the side, and will be close, and the McLaren and the RB are side by side, and Craze is going to get the move done on Thomas, and then Chiz drives right into Thomas, and Thomas nearly got put into the wall. It seemed like a bit of a racing incident there, but not a good start for my McLaren boys, as they, I say boys, one of them is, of course, a girl, so I'm sorry to Olivia, but we find ourselves in P11 and P13, which is not good. But back in the sharp end of the field, we've got Cheating Line going down the inside of Ghost. And there's moves being made, and we've got a spin in the background. It's Chiz, the guy on pole. And Olivia is going to get back past. And Atomic Sniper and Thomas are side by side now as they go down towards Pouon. And Atomic Sniper will take the position into that corner, at least for now. For Cheating Line here, he's going to have DRS, so we'll see how much battery Francis is going to deploy. As he looks like he's gaining, but it's not going to be enough. But FJ and Mally are side by side in the background. Mally's going to try and hang around the outside. He goes wide, and he nearly comes back on the track. And there is contact there between the Williams and the Mercedes, but FJ will take the position, and I don't think there's any damage there, although there was contact. And here we go with Shrek and Thomas. They're side by side as they head towards bus stop chicane. Thomas is just ahead. He's gonna swing over to the right and play defense, but Shrek is going to look to get the cut back, and looks like he gets a better exit than Thomas, and he's going to be side by side with DRS. Is he going to try and make the move around the outside? He's going to be later on the brakes, but he went wide, and looks like Olivia will go through as well. Olivia's squeezing Shrek towards the outside of the track, trying to get in the teammate slipstream. There's three wide in Eau Rouge. Shrek cuts the track a little bit, and he cuts the track again, and he's gonna be really lose out here, and he's probably going to lose a spot to Chiz down the Camel Straight. He will, and the two McLarens are side by side. Please keep it clean, guys, and Olivia is going to pull ahead into the Lacombe chicane and probably try to... That looks like it will keep the same, but Chiz is really close to the back of Thomas here and will fly right by him. and is ahead way before the breaking point of Lacombe chicane. And Thomas goes wide, and that's going to give him horrible straight line speed down the flat out section here of Sector 3, and Shrek is already ahead before they even get remotely close to any sort of braking zone. But is Thomas going to try and send it up the inside? He is. He was later on the brakes. There's a bit of contact there between them. I think Shrek will be able to keep the position, but Thomas is hanging around the outside and he's stayed ahead, and he's got DRS to pull away on this straight as well. Shrek will be looking for the repass as they go through the detection point for the DRS of the Camel Straight, and it is less than 3/10 between them, as Shrek got a way better exit into Eau Rouge and Radillon and will just fly by him. There's a bit of contact there, but it seems alright. But Shrek will get the repass on Thomas, and Chiz got past Atomic Sniper as well, I think, on the start-finish straight. But Atomic Sniper is not going to give this one up yet. He's going to send it out on the outside. Chiz locks up. Atomic Sniper goes off the track slightly, and will have to stay. And he spins, but he manages to keep it in a straight line, doesn't lose that much time. But Atomic Sniper, of course, drives tanks during the week, and he just drives the F1 cars as a hobby on the weekends. And they came out of the pits right like side by side, but they are no longer side by side, obviously, as you can see on your screen. But we do have Crazed is got DRS here on Shrek ahead, and we'll just look to fly by. And there's contact there, and Shrek spins even. Really aggressive offense there from Craze, and I reckon there might be a penalty coming his way there, as he was not all the way ahead of Shrek and just completely pushed him off the track before they had even gotten into the corner. But now Thomas is sending up the inside of Puon on the RB, and Shrek is in the hunt as well. Thomas gets the 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. The RB is going to send it back up the inside of the McLaren. Williams is waiting in the background. Is Thomas going to try and get the repass? Now he has a look up the inside, but it's not going to work for him there. He's going to try and stay in the slipstream here. He hasn't had the best of exits to this flat-out section in the last few laps, but he seems to have gotten it right there. He's going to have a slipstream. He's going to be side by side. It's tough to go side by side there, and Thomas goes off and he comes back, and it looks like it's going to be 3 wide almost, but no. Craze stays ahead, and then Thomas, and then Shrek, but Craze goes into the pits. But Thomas goes even wider than Shrek did, so Shrek is going to be able to probably hunt him down here, as they are already side by side before they even get to the DRS line. And Shrek's almost out onto the grass, as Chiz is the third driver to get a penalty in this race. And Shrek is ahead of Thomas, as Thomas almost looks to send up the inside there. But it looks like Shrek will keep the position, at least for this lap, as Chiz is sending up the inside of FJ. Ahead, he will come out ahead of this little pack, and there's a little scuffle here going on between Mally and Shrek and Thomas, it seems. But Jablinski not really making much of an impact. He's just sitting there in the DRS, as we've got someone got a penalty, and now Olivia is out of the race. Mally specifically is probably going to be using his battery here, as I think he had to get out of the throttle a little bit just to make sure he didn't run to the back. But Thomas is getting swallowed up by the Haas here, and but he's going to send up the inside, but he goes way too deep into the bus stop chicane for Thomas, and Chiz is going to get past. And is Mally going to get past as well? Yes, he will. But now it's even looking like Chiz is closer. But no, Chiz locks up. But it looks like he's gonna try and get it. He's gonna get the up and under on Shrek, and Shrek lost 2 positions there in one straight. And Mally's gonna send up the inside of Chiz, and they'll be side by side on the exit. As we look here, and Chiz remains ahead. I think Mally compromised himself a little bit there, but Mally will get DRS down the Camel Straight, so we'll see if any jockeying for position will happen there. But it looks like Shrek is closing in on Mally actually instead, and Shrek will be trying to get the repass on Mally. He'll be almost ahead at the braking zone. They're side by side as they go through, but Mally goes wide. Shrek goes back through because Shrek had to get off the throttle to make sure he didn't hit Mally, but Mally goes wide on the second half of the chicane, and Shrek gets back through, and Chiz pulled about 2 seconds on both of them during that little scuffle there. As we see, Atomic Sniper has pitted for soft tyres, so he's probably hoping to get the fastest lap of the race. We see there is a point on the line for that. As a bit loose on the rear end there for Thomas, and Crazed will get past him. Speaking of Atomic, he has caused a yellow flag again, but he is alright, and he will keep going as he's on his outlap from his pit stop. For overtaking, as we see Thomas coming into the pits, but he's not going to have time to do the... I don't know what that pit stop was for, to be honest, because my tyres are being weird, right? So we'll see if Thomas can get put on some tyres that aren't weird. But we completely missed it. But Frankus winning the race. Jablinski in P2. Cheating line 6/10 off getting that position from Jablinski, but he will finish on the podium. Ghost in P4. Chiz in P5. As it does seem like FJ has got that thing back, but it's going to be too little too late. As Martin Brundle said, he's going to be a day late and $1 short in this race. Mally will have P6 and FJ will have P7, and a good contest there from Shrek in the last bit of this race, but Raikkonen will take P8, Shrek will take P9. Atomic Sniper, who was lapped in the race, will finish with a singular point.